Okay, today's topic is the metric system and units, so SI units. So here are our objectives based on New York State Science Learning Standards and performance indicators from New York State. So let's just start with an overreaching concept, matter, which again ties to the definition of chemistry. But matter is anything that has mass and volume. Mass, the quantity of matter in an object, and volume, the space an object occupies. So parts of a measurement. We have the number, the value, the 7, the 8.35, and then we have the unit, the scale that we measured in. That 7 was what? Was it 7 pancakes? I don't think so. It might have been 7 centimeters. Okay, it was 8.35 what? Was that grams? Was that kilograms? Was that degrees? What was it? So examples that include the number and the unit: 20 grams, 193 Kelvin, 0.16 meters. Always put units after a number. No naked numbers. The triple N rule. NNN. All measurements need units. No naked numbers. Don't want to see them. Otherwise, I'm going to assume it's like pancakes or ostriches or something. Do not forget, always put a unit after a number. Without units, numbers lack meaning. Okay, so what is SI? Well, it's the International System of Units. Okay, it's a set of units used by scientists all around the world so we communicate the same. So there's no misunderstandings. Oh, I thought you meant 7 centimeters. You actually meant meters. Oh, I'm so sorry. Or you meant 7 centimeters. I thought you meant 7 inches. No, we're going to use the same units and we're going to communicate the same. So what SI units are used in chemistry? What are the ones that we use? Okay, these are the SI units that we use in chemistry. These are not the entirety of the SI units, but these are the ones that you're actually going to see in this class. So length is meters, mass is kilogram. That doesn't mean we can't measure in something else. That just means this is the base, the SI unit. Time in seconds, temperature in Kelvin. Why do we use Kelvin? There's no negatives. Math gets a lot more confusing with negatives, so we use Kelvin. And then moles. So what prefixes are we using with the SI units? Well, these are some of the prefixes. In chemistry, we don't use all of these. Yes, we use kilo for kilometer, and we use deci, centi, and milli, but hecto and deca we rarely use. So in fact, they aren't even included on our reference tables, okay? But that is, this is what they mean. So you can see that 10 to the 0 literally means 1. And then as you move toward kilo, which has 10 to the 3rd exponent, which means 1,000. So they're 1,000 meters in a 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer. And then going down, you look a decimeter. There are 10 of them in a meter. So a decimeter is 1/10 of a meter. A millimeter is 1/1000th of a meter. But if we look at it the other way, there would be 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. Okay. So how do we use base units to do conversions? Okay, with the metric system, you can use the staircase. We're going to discuss this in greater detail in a future lesson, and I'm going to show you how to actually construct the staircase. But luckily, the metric system with these prefixes from kilo to milli, it allows us to just move the decimal point to make converting from one measurement like kilometers to meters very simple. The only prefixes that you need to know in chemistry are in table C. That's on the front page of your reference table. So you can see, like I said, there's kilo, deci, centi, milli, but hecto and deca aren't there. Okay, and then we have some much smaller ones because when we're talking chemistry, we're talking tiny, tiny things. So we may need those smaller measurements. The units that you're going to need to know in chemistry that you find in table D, the front page again of your reference tables. So you can see, you're like, what is length supposed to be measured in? Meter, okay? And then what is temperature? Kelvin. What is time? Now time you can see has a whole list because we can use all of those, especially when we talk about half-life, okay? What is missing from this measurement? Hopefully you know, right? The units. What is it? 7.3 what? 7.3. You can't just say 7.3. No naked numbers, the triple N rule. What SI unit is used for length? Meter. What two reference tables are important for this content? C and D, right? C, the prefixes, D, the units. What SI unit is used for temperature? So remember, this literally, you just look at table D. Kelvin. How is mass measured? So it's grams, right? The SI unit would be kilograms. Usually we use grams. We use a balance. Okay, now this is a triple beam balance. We can use an electronic balance as well. And in class, we might have time for a blue kit. Super fun. But there you have it. That's an overview of the metric system and units, and hopefully you learned something new.